Assalamualaikum. Welcome to Dark Whispers. True Daily. I hope you are doing well. If you're new to this channel, prepare yourself properly. Put on your headphones and sit very carefully with caution, because what you are about to hear is not a story nor any fictional novel. This is a terrifying, real incident emerging from the hidden corners of this world. A place where humans do not dare to look, where human courage does not reach. This is that mysterious and horrifying truth which whispers in the darkness of the night and which will freeze your blood. This is a real incident, a true story that took place in Bangladesh. A story involving black magic, forbidden rituals, and unseen forces. A truth that should never have been disturbed. We strongly advise viewers with weak hearts and those watching. I live outside my home country in the United Kingdom now. For a long time, I wanted to write a story, but time never allowed it. One day, while listening to stories about black magic on your channel, a memory came rushing back. A real incident from my family's life, one that I was personally involved in. Before I begin, I want to ask one question. Why do people who practice black magic fail to understand one simple truth? This world is temporary. We are airy for a very short time, and in that time, we are meant to do good, not harm others. Allah sent mankind into this world as a test against Satan to prove that humans are his most beloved creation. Yet, it is heartbreaking to see how those who practice black magic fail this test again and again. Just as Satan hated humanity out of jealousy, there are people among us who cannot tolerate the happiness of others out of jealousy. They cause harm, they disrespect God, and they please say they forget one simple truth. One day, everyone must die, and everyone must answer to God for why they failed his test. Primerasa. This because even today, we are still facing the consequences of such actions. Now, let me take you to the real incident. This happened in my husband's family. They lived in a district in Bangladesh. I won't mention the name. The incident took place in October 2018. One evening, I returned home from university. My husband arrived later. After finishing work, I prepared dinner quickly. I sat on the sofa, turned on the TV, and just as I raised the food to my mouth, crash, a violent sound, glass shattering, so loud it felt like someone used all the strength to smash. Italiano. Primera. Qua. Ese. Certain. The sound came from the kitchen. Burglary was unlikely. Our area was very safe. I thought maybe the upstairs apartment was being renovated. But why at night? There were strict rules. No noise after evening hours. Something felt wrong. I turned on the lights, checked the entire apartment. Everything look normal. Normal, Confus said. I went upstairs to complain, but no one was home that night. That night, I didn't tell my husband. I convinced myself it was psychological, but I couldn't sleep. The next evening, at the exact same time, I heard it again. The same sound, the same intensity. This time, this time, fear crept in as I reached for my phone to call the police. I saw something impossible. A white light moving silently through a corridor. Before I could react, bang. It sounded like someone slammed our front door with tremendous force. But the door was still locked. My appetite vanished. I walked into the kitchen, turned on the light, and my heart stopped. My husband's favorite glass dining table, shattered into countless pieces, as if someone smushed it. With pure rage, that table stood there for 6 years. Nothing ever happened before. So, why now that night? That neither of us slept, and a few days later, during the Maghreb prayer call, my husband heard something at the door. 3 slow scratches, fingernails, but no one could be seen anywhere around. Everything was silent. So silent. A silence I had never experienced before. Anyway, thinking it was just my imagination, the door was locked. That same night, my husband had a nightmare. In the dream, he saw his own uncle sitting inside a dark room, crying intensely. There was no one around, nothing at all. Only one thing, a dead body, wrapped in burial cloth. It was a very strange dream. Why did he see his uncle, who was the person wrapped in the burial shroud? He began to worry. Was his uncle okay? As soon as he woke up, he called the uncle he had seen in the dream. He was completely fine, but there was something we had forgotten to mention. In November 2018, on the occasion of my birthday, there was a party. That day, my husband seemed unusually tense. It felt like something heavy was troubling him from inside. After the party ended, Primera, asked him, "Are you upset about something today?" Suddenly, he said, his heart felt extremely heavy for his father. So, Harry, Dad, called him tea. Even explain it. He had never felt like this before. I thought maybe it was because he hadn't visited home for many years, but the real reason was something else entirely. We often hear that parents can sense danger before it reaches their children. But if I hadn't seen it with my own eyes, I would never have believed that children can also sense danger approaching their parents. 10 next day, after calling Bangladesh, we found out his parents had gone to the village and his father had fallen seriously ill. When his father went to the village, he usually went alone. The reason, well, there were some important matters left unfinished. After completing them, he was supposed to return to Dhaka. But before that, from a shop in the village market. He drank a cup of tea whenever his father went to the village. He always drank tea from that shop. He liked the tea there very much. Later, we found out something horrifying. Exactly 2 weeks earlier, some people who could not tolerate our smiles, people who could not tolerate the happiness of our family, had dipped a forbidden talisman 3 times into my father's tea cup. Then they made him drink that tea day. He knew he would drink tea from that shop day. He would come there. From that very day, my father started to fall ill, and from that moment, my husband began to notice strange signs. Many of his favorite glass items started breaking. He began seeing nightmares, his uncle crying, dark rooms, burial shrouds, and there were 3 knocks on the gate door. None of this were good signs. Perhaps through these signs we were being warned that a great danger was approaching. That day, after drinking the tea, my father couldn't return to dock. His body was too weak. Traveling such a long distance was impossible. That night, more frightening things happened to him. In the darkness of the night, he saw things inside the house. He heard voices. A voice kept saying, "Everything is finished. Everything is finished." Also saw a black shadow inside the house. My father was a brave man. That is why he used to travel alone and stay alone in the village. Thought it might be something supernatural. He had seen things like this many times in his life. He was not afraid. He trusted only Allah. He believed Allah alone was enough. Without thinking much, he recited prayers, recited Ayatul Kursi 3 times, and went to sleep. The next day, he started feeling a little better and began his journey toward Dhaka. After reaching Dhaka, a massive disaster descended upon our lives, especially my husband's life. My father became extremely ill. He suffered heart attacks again and again, and each time came back. A man who suffers so many heart attacks is not supposed to survive, but he kept returning. Earlier, medical reports said everything in his body was normal, but suddenly, within a single day, problems started together. His heart, his liver, and his lungs. Everything collapsed at once. A senior imam from our area said this was the work of black magic after the new moon night. Just before taking him to the ICU, something struck my father's head. Violent. He held his head for a long time, and in the morning, he was no longer with us. The person wrapped in burial cloth that my husband saw in his dream was my father, and the uncle was crying because he was his brother. After my father passed away, while arranging the bed, a wrapped paper was found inside the mattress. It was tied with red thread. Inside the paper, there were writings written in reverse and some numbers. The burial cloth was finally found. It was shown to the senior imam of the area. Confirmed. This was a powerful Kufri spell, a form of black magic that had been used on my father after this. How vivid. There was no doubt left. The terrifying man who had entered our home that night and said, "Run flat." Was one who had left us behind. The Imam said something even more frightening. This was their final move, and that move had succeeded. Their goal was clear: to cut off the head of our family, to remove the leader of our family, or father. After learning all this, my husband checked the CCTV footage of our flat. What is so made his blood run cold. At the exact time that men entered our home, nothing appeared on the CC. No image, no shadow, no thing. But when the man left, a black cat was seen on the footage, and suddenly, and the cat vanished. Even more terrifying, there was no record of that cat in the CCTV memory. We then searched for more hidden spells. We spoke to 3 senior religious scholars. All 3 said the same thing. 3 talismans had been buried in the village to kill my father. 1 near the house gate, 2 at the road intersection. The one near the gate was found. 1 at the intersection was found, but the 3rd one was never found. Perhaps those who brought this danger realized we were getting close and removed it. Later, we found more horrifying evidence in our Dhaka home. Inside another mattress, we found burial cloth and a pajama string. There were 41 knots tied. The Imam explained. Each knot meant 1 day. 40 days of illness, death on the 41st day. That was their mission, and tragically, they succeeded. After knowing all this, we prayed to Allah. May He guide those who harm others this way and bring them back from this filthy part. I still cannot understand how, for a little mental peace, people destroy another life. To those who practice black magic, I want to say this: by committing kufri acts for small personal gain, by choosing temporary worldly comfort, do you think you can enter paradise for a little happiness? Are you giving up eternal happiness? One day we all must die, and it has been proven those who do these acts do not receive an easy death. The consequences of your actions can return to your own family. Everyone who practices black magic faces an outcome. I'm saying all this with immense pain, because even after killing my father, those people did not find peace. Even today, one disaster after another keeps coming into our lives. I will share the remaining incidents another day. Thank you for sharing this story, and requested that all names and identities remain hidden. That is why we revealed nothing. In the end, we only pray that no one else ever faces such a fate, those who escape justice in this world will be judged in the afterlife, a judgment far more severe. We must stay away from these horrific and filthy acts. My knowledge is limited, but one thing I know, this pot should never be taken. Do not destroy your life. Do not destroy your family. Do not wish harm upon others. Do not cause harm. Remember this. If you harm others, harm will return to you. If you felt this story, please comment below. Write your name and where you are watching from. Thank you to everyone. This episode ends here.